What's up, guys? CryptoSavy here. Hope everyone's having a wonderful day, and welcome to the channel where you subscribe to get daily updates every single day on Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, and Dow Jones Industrial. We will be taking a look at that at the end of the video. Definitely check it out. I do have a target I'm looking for. Stick around. Should be a good video. All right, guys, as always, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice, trading advice, or investment advice. Do your own due diligence. There's a disclaimer scrolling on the bottom, and let's get into it. Oh, don't forget, we have a free Discord group. It's totally free. There's a link to it below in the description if you want somewhere to hang out and learn about crypto. Check it out. It's a great community, and let's look at the news headlines, get a feel for the sentiment. Americans are using their stimulus checks to buy Bitcoin. You know, I'm sure they are, but in all reality, if you look at the people in Bitcoin, how many people are really in it, it's not going to make that big of a deal unless new people enter with the stimulus checks. So just to get a piece of reality on that, I know everybody's hyping it and talking about going to the moon and whatnot, but we'll take a look at the bearish and bullish case scenario. Bitcoin tanks after oil's colossal collapse. We all know what oil did yesterday. We'll take a look at where it's at right now. Pre-market. Low adoption puts Bitcoin price expectations at risk. Here's why Bitcoin price prediction models may now fail. Bitcoin price analysis not out of danger yet. Bitcoin price analysis, Americans investing government. Bitcoin's price chart nears bullish cross. So, you know, a little bit of bearish, mostly bullish because they're talking about the stimulus checks. So let's take a look at the fear and greed index. We rose 2 from yesterday. We are at 17, still in extreme fear. And looking at the monthly chart, we've been talking about this. I had said we're getting rejection at the 7280 range, which is the 21 EMA. Still getting that rejection. If this month we don't get a push up before the end of the month, nice push, this 8 EMA here, zoom in, is going to cross the 13, and that's going to be pretty damn bad, guys. The 55 EMA down here at 4840 range, it could change a little bit depending on when we go or where we go. But as of right now, around the 4840 is the 55 EMA on the monthly. I would expect some support there if we go that low. I do want to remind you guys, check out my wife's webpage. There's a link to it below in the description also, with some other links that help the channel out. It's an easy way to support the channel. Lot of Bitcoin and Litecoin stuff. She could put anything you want on any of this stuff, though. There's also hoodies, long sleeve t-shirts, whatnot. Check it out. She's got some cool stuff in there. But like I said, you can put family pictures on it, whatever you want on any of this stuff. If you don't see it, hit her up in the contact. I'm sure she can do it. We're going to take a look at where the pre-markets are right now. And oil, as of right now, is down 22.40%. As of making this video, the Dow Jones is down 2.43%. Where is the S&P is down 2%. So it's looking like a pretty ugly day. Like I said, stick around to the end and I'll tell you what I think Dow Jones is going to do or where it's headed. But let's take a look at the weekly. So on the weekly, it does look like we are breaking bearish here. As we've been talking about, the EMAs have all crossed the 55 here, which is the 8, the 13, and the 21. And that is pretty damn bearish. We'll get some support if we drop down to as low as the 5400 range, and that, if you guys been watching the channel, is a number that I'm watching closely, and we will take another look at that. But that is the 200 EMA on the weekly. Also, I have this bottom trend line that you can see from back in 2016. To come down and retest that would be around the 25 to 2600 range. And one more thing I am looking at is this as a possible bear flag, and this being the flagpole. And if we take a measured move of that, gets us right around the $1,000 to $1,100 range. Not saying that's going to happen, but I am saying it's a possibility. And always remember, guys, this is my opinion, not yours. Do your own due diligence. So let's look at we all know what's going on with the weekly. We've talked about it before. This red line here, support and resistance line, could be coming back down to test it one more time. Let's look at the daily. And on the daily, we have poked through the bottom of this wedge. And like we have talked about, looking at this as a bear flag, we could go as low as, 28, looking at it there. But as of right now, I want to look at it just as a wedge. And we'll take a measured move of where we broke there. Would get us right around, it's going to be down a little bit, right around that 38.50 range, which would be a double bottom. It lines up perfectly. That is a good possibility. But I would expect some support right around the 6,400, at least get another bounce there. Don't know if it'll be as good of a bounce as last time, but I am expecting a bounce if we do break down to this level. If that 64 doesn't hold, guys, if you've been watching the channel, you know my main target is 5,400. I am still looking at that as a major possibility. Now, one more thing I want to look at here. Let's move some of this stuff out of the way. Is if we look at this as just a rising channel here, we will take a look at the bullish case too, guys. So obviously nobody knows exactly what's going to happen. But if we were to break down past this 64 and we look at this as a channel, then our measured move to that is around 5,000, right around the $5,000 range. But like I said, first off, I'd be looking at the 54 to at least get a good bounce there. If that doesn't hold, then we're looking at the 5,000. If that doesn't hold, 38.50 range. People are calling me a permabull. My bad. I'm just showing you what the charts show me. If you want me to lie to you and just be bullish like most of these other guys, hyping up everything, saying it's going to the moon, I can do that. I'd rather not. But if you want the real look at what's really going on in the charts, this is the channel for you. Don't forget to subscribe, give it a thumbs up, and leave your comments down below. All that helps the channel out tremendously, and it doesn't cost you a thing. And if you are interested in trading, I'll leave a Prime XBT tutorial up top. That's what I was looking at over here. And we'll get back into the charts in a second, but this is all the stuff you can trade on it. It's got Forex, like I said, gold, silver, Dow. You can trade everything on Prime XBT, and I do have some promo codes down below. If you use my promo codes, you can get 50% bonus on top of whatever you deposit up to 1 Bitcoin. And if you use, I have another promo code for 25% off all your trade fees. They are doing a co-vesting trial here. It's not open to the public to invest in right now, but I'm in it right now. I'm currently in first place at 67% in 4 days. So anyways, check it out. I don't know if you guys can look and watch this live, but I am Smooth Ride if you can. And let's get back into the charts. So now looking at the bullish case, if we were to pop back up here, we would have to break above this 7,200 again. And then we'd be looking at the top of this wedge, if we looked at it as a wedge, or this rising channel. But if we looked at the rising channel, the target's about 92.50. And if we took the measured move of the wedge of breaking up from here, that's going to be right around the $10,800 range, which would line up with this old resistance over here. So it is a possibility. I myself am bearish right now, but make up your own mind how you feel. Do remember that I have these all marked in here, the 64, 72. These are all fib ranges, except for my targets. So definitely, that's what I'm looking at, guys. I'm still bearish. We'll look at the 4 hour real quick. Same thing in the 4 hour. As you can see, we broke down outside of the wedge, and looks like we are coming up to retest it. But if we look here, all of the EMAs are turning super bearish. We would need a big move up to stop all these from crossing. We're about to have the 21 cross to 55 here within the next 4 hours, so that's pretty damn bearish. Everything else has already crossed the 55, and If we do get a move down, that's going to have the 55 cross to 200, more bearish. We did not look at the RSI. Let's look at the RSI on the daily. As you guys know, we were watching this as a possible inverse head and shoulders. I drew this way back in here. You can check back in the videos. But it does look like, as of right now, does look like we're in a rising broadening wedge, and we're going to come test the bottom. If we don't get support here, we got a long drop to go, guys. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing as of right now. And you can see in the 4-hour RSI, we are within a, looks to be a symmetrical triangle. We almost tested the bottom. It looks like it's kind of, there we go. That may count as a test, but I think we come back down and test it one more time before possibly going up. If we break this bottom, again, we're back into the bearish case scenario. Let's take a look at Litecoin. Excuse me. All right, Litecoin, same thing, guys. Looking at it as a rising wedge. We did pierce through that. We are back inside the wedge now, but the measured move of that is around the $22 range. This $39 range should give us a little bit of support if we come down here, but when that breaks, I'm looking towards this $22 range, and that would be a good stop point area for anyone that longed here and would have their stops down here. That would come grab their stops and continue up. If we look at this as a bear flag, with this being the flag pull, then look at that measured move, that would be around the $15 range, but I'm looking more towards the $22 range. If we look at the RSI, we have dropped out of this rising channel, came back, tested it for support, pretty bearish. But yeah, that's what I'm looking at there. If for some reason we were able to come up here and break the top of this channel or this rising wedge, we could go as high as the $68 range. We do have the golden retracement zone right here at 62.51, and we do have 0.5 fib at 54, guys. But like I said, I'm pretty damn bearish here. I believe we have further down to go, my opinion. Let's look at Ethereum. Same thing with Ethereum. Looking at it, the bearish case scenario, and the EMAs are all crossing bearish here also. Unless we get a huge push up, it's the only way to stop that. But I'm looking at the $100 range as the measured move down from the wedge. If we were to break down, and if we were to go up from the wedge, we'd be looking around the $250 range. We do have the golden pocket at 217. Most likely we would see some resistance there, come back down to retest and continue up if we were to break this top line. Again, I'm bearish. I don't think that's going to happen, but we will see. Let's take a look at the RSI. Same thing. We've broken out of the fall or rising channel. So nothing but bearish here, guys, in my opinion. Dow Jones. Now, this is what I was talking about. This is on the 4-hour. We'll zoom out and take a look at the bigger picture too. But as you can see, I had this wedge drawn in here yesterday. If you watched yesterday's video, we have broken it. And obviously we're lower than that now. This is actual market, so it's not open, but 23,650 is where it was at. And if we go back over here and look at where we're at today, that would be, as of right now, what the heck? I can't find it now. No, it's in here. Bear with me 1 second. There it is, Dow. It is at 23.1, so it's dropped quite a bit down here. We're back down towards the 55 EMA on the day, or on the 4-hour for the Dow. But like I said, this is broken. My target for that, guys, is the 19,700 points is my target. That doesn't mean that that's the end all be all and we go up from there. That's just the target. I do have lower targets, and I will take a look at that right now. As you guys know, if you've watched the channel, if you look at the 4-hour, we are getting resistance on the top of this falling channel, which goes along perfectly with what's going on right here. So let's look at my targets, guys. As you guys know, we have we've had these targets in here for quite some time, and we have hit most of our targets. So this rising channel here, the measured move out of that is down to the 17.2, guys. I'm still looking for that 17.2 range. We did hit the target of 18.3 a while back, which was my 0.786 fib of this whole move here. So my next measured move, guys, is looking at this as a megaphone, with the white line on top being the resistance, support being the pink line here, and the measured move of the width of that. If we are to break down below that again, which I do think we're going to, around 9,200, 91 to 9,200 points is my Dow Jones industrial average target. Guys, first target, 17.2. If that holds and we get a bounce, all is good, great. If that doesn't hold, I'm looking for the 92. So thanks a lot for watching. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Leave your comments down below. Hit the subscribe button by clicking the CryptoSavy logo above my head. Help support the channel out, guys. Check out all my links down below. I have a bunch of exchange links. They're actually exchanges I do use. There's other exchanges I don't like. That's why they're not down there. So, yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day, and I am out of here.